Okay, guys. Now, I know I do the normal reaction video where I play the soundbite, and then after the soundbite is done and the video is done, I give an overall synopsis of my thoughts. Now, with this video, I kind of want to do it a little different. I just want to explain where I'm coming from and, if you guys kind of agree. So, in this video, the uncle is with his nephew, and they go to this park with a whole bunch of teenagers, and they're dressed in basketball shorts and everything and whatnot. And they decide to go ahead and fight. Now, the uncle is trying to protect his nephew because he doesn't want his nephew to get beat up to the extreme or he has to go to a hospital or something like that. So he tries to protect his nephew. Unfortunately, there's this guy that kind of sneaks the uncle and they go and attack his nephew, and it's just a big old battle royale. It's like 5 versus 2. Now, I've never been an advocate, or I've never agreed with a 5-on-2 matchup, especially when you're trying to jump someone. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, it shows that the person who was in the video, who was fighting, is weak because you have to gang up on somebody to beat them up. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't you do with a one-on-one deal? That doesn't make any sense. The second thing is whenever you're bringing a family member into an altercation, usually not, 8 times out of 10, you're probably trying to talk the situation out. Now, unfortunately, teenagers this generation, they don't want to talk anything out. They just want to fight. They just want to get the better of the person, so to speak. And that's not always good because there's consequences that come behind it. You could get an assault and battery charge. The person who you're fighting could actually die. You could be charged with murder. The cops could come and they could actually shoot the person who's fighting or instigate the fight. And then that's kind of sad for the family of the person, not of the person who was being beaten up, but the person who was fighting the guy, and he dies. So, when you talk situations out, sometimes it's for the best. Now, I know in the black community, you're looked at as being weak, or not even the black community, just the societal community. You're looked at as being weak. You don't stand up for yourself, this, that, and the third. But, I think that we need to forego that. We need to stop that because you're not necessarily looked at as weak. You're talking situations out. Sometimes talking situations out is for the best. Now, I know some people might say, well, sometimes you can't talk situations out. In a situation like this, yeah, if somebody comes up and just hits you, there's no more talking anymore. You got to do what you got to do to defend yourself. But what the initial thing should be, or ideal, or a belief should be, is to talk the situation out. Because now let's just be real. Nowadays, these teenagers are ruthless, and they don't care. A bullet has no name this generation. Nowadays, these teenagers want to fight. It's not over when you fight. Back in my day, when you fought somebody, it was over. It was over. You fought them, moved on about your business, and that was it. But nowadays, this generation, they fight. It's not over. They come back with guns. They may shoot you, kill your parents, do something crazy. And that's what I'm saying. That's why it's best just to walk away from these type of incidents. Now I know the uncle and the nephew had no intention of this escalating to where it escalated to. But unfortunately it did. And if they didn't get out there when they did, something probably would have happened. Now, there was a guy in the video who had a basketball, and he pretty much stopped this other guy from jumping in. If he was in there, that probably, because he got kicked in, the guy who was going, the nephew got kicked in the face. And if that just would have kept occurring, the guy probably would have passed away or died or something like that. So, it's good that the situation stopped when it did because it just would have got worse from there. And if, I failed to mention, if you guys want to watch the video, it's right here. It's also linked in the description so you guys can watch it. But just leave your thoughts. Am I tripping about this? Do you guys view or think or feel that fighting nowadays is just escalated to some level that can't be turned back to where it was before? Or how do you guys feel about this? Or do you think that fighting is just, it has to happen to defend yourself, to have a self-respect? Oh, I thought I was going to fall. Have a self-respect for yourself. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the description. I'll check you guys later in the video. Peace. Sayonara. Stay cool.